Good afternoon, this is Eric Markland with Markland Designs of Atlanta, doing another video slideshow overview on this gorgeous 2001 Lexus GS400. The client came to me, he wasn't happy with the previous install, and we just kind of went through everything, kind of keep it up to date and keep it modern. So starting off, had an Alpine radio in there, took out the existing wiring, did all new Stinger 6000 RCAs from the front to the back. All of the connections were shrink tubed to ensure that the wires would never come loose behind the dashboard. All of the RCAs were ran along the factory wiring, zip tied and tested taped together for an OEM field. And moving on to the amp rack, a solid amp rack was constructed to house 2 JL amplifiers. Everything was modular. Everything had bolts, washers, quarter 20 bolts, so everything could be taken apart and come together easily. All of the wiring had wire ferrules, and Stinger fuse blocks were used for all of the distribution needs. Even the wiring was labeled, so if in case it had to be serviced, you would know which power wire went to the 304 or the 500/1 amplifier. Even in the doors, everything was about serviceability, so quick connects were even made for the mid bass and tweeters. So no matter who had to work behind the vehicle, whether it was a dealership or another shop had to service anything, everything was easily serviceable no matter what. Once I did a rendering for the rear, I was able to start constructing the rear design, which the client loved it. He definitely wanted something very clean, tasteful, custom, but not over the top. So here we have all the inserts made, and we're able to have some breakup in it. The overall design was, like I said, a modular design. You had LEDs and a quarter-inch plexi backlit. Once it all comes together, I think it was a really clean install. Nothing over the top. Really complemented the vehicle very well. Also, I did a little video here, you can see now, where I just kind of went overview as far as the design elements. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you so much. Lexus GS300. Recently had the opportunity to work on for a couple days, and just going to do a quick overview of what was done. So, system composed of some components up front, Alpine head unit, got processing involved, and then we get back to 2 amplifiers. Originally, the system had 3 amplifiers, and I wanted to kind of simplify it just because the 4-channel being used, only one of the channels was wired up, which was kind of weird to me. I didn't understand it, and you know, it was just a lot of extra stuff involved, so I just simplified it and went down to the 300/4 and the 500/1. There is a 10W7 subwoofer that is firing forward in the vehicle, and everything has been rewired as well. So now in the corner to the right, there are 2 Stinger fuse blocks. Both have 0 gauge inputs and 2 runs of 4 gauge coming out to each amplifier, along with Stinger 6000 wires. Once I came up with the design, I kind of knew that I wanted to kind of add some personality and dimension to it. So once I had the acrylic cut, I finished cutting everything, and then I micro polished it to get the light to come through really well. And then we have a stacked chamfer here that straightens out and then goes to another 45-degree chamfer here that was used with a Capasil and body filler mix to thicken it up so I can get the shape really consistent throughout the panel. Then we have an insert here that adds some breakup to it just because I didn't want to have one solid piece of vinyl. I wanted to break it up a little bit. Just kind of, I don't know, I just like it. So, and then out of here, we have a 60-degree chamfer that I use the same body filler Capasil mix to keep that consistency. So you can see the line here is really consistent from the 60-degree spreader that I use to create this line. So it's real consistent. And then moving over here for the hinge cover, which is 100% functional, we have a 45-degree chamfer here, and then I use their rabbiting bit to gap it from vinyl to vinyl. And then we have another 45 coming up here for the actual hinge cover where the actual trunk hinge goes into. And then both the passenger and driver side hinge cover panels have about 20 magnets each. So these can be easily popped off to service, to get to the fuse box, to service it, or if you need to actually remove the actual panel, these both need to come off first. And there are 2 quarter 20 bolts up here that are holding the actual main panel in place. So I mean, it can be easily broken down. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, if that. That's a stretch. I mean, it's probably faster than that. So that's something I try to do, is make it easily break. You know, you can break it down really, really easy. In case you went to another shop or went anywhere, or even if the customer needed to break it down, it can be broken down. Excuse me, within a matter of minutes. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really simple. I just wanted to just do something to have, give it some character. I didn't want it to just be really, really flat and kind of lifeless. So it's nothing too crazy, but just something a little tasteful. The focal point, you know, I did want to make the amplifier the focal point of the trunk, so that's kind of why I positioned them the way they are. So, but yeah, that's about it. So, hope you like it. Hope you enjoyed it. Nothing too crazy, but just something real kind of tasteful and clean. It's a really nice vehicle, so tried to do something to match it. So that's about it. So if you got any other questions or anything, just feel free to hit me up and ask me. But yeah, that's about it. So thanks.